Today I'm going to show you how I created this mixed media art panel using the Iron Orchid Designs Crockery Stamp and a floral transfer.
Alright, hey everybody, it's Lynn from L&J Goods. We are a little vintage antique decor retail shop here in Western New York, and we sell and create with IOD products, and we just love it. So yesterday I did a workshop, and already I've had just so many comments on how did you do this? They wanted to know, how did you do this part here? So I'm going to show you some techniques that I use to create this crockery stamp. This little piece here we did during a workshop yesterday. Wildly popular. Every single person that attended the workshop wanted to do this crock. So I just wanted to show you, like, my inspiration for it are these awesome English crocks. I have a collection at home, but we also have these in the store. And I just want you to see these because you can see the wonderful aging and crazing and chipping that is happening on these. They get all discolored from being underground for the last 100 years or more. Many of these transfers that are done with this firing process are not perfect. So a lot of these pots don't have clean, crisp lines, and that's okay. If you look at this guy that I did, I'm a little sad. We don't do perfect here at L&J Goods. So I'm gonna show you some little mini size projects here with just a little bit of a floral detail in them. I'm not gonna go through this whole thing, but I do want you to see how we created this technique. It's so easy. This is actually a water soluble pencil. These you can find in like the quilting section usually. But all I'm gonna do is just what I taught yesterday up here. I'm gonna create two lines. Two lines, right? And actually, what's cool about this is I can wipe that right off. Ooh. I'm gonna make this one a little bit wider. Okay, I'm gonna make this a nice wide pot. My thought was to do like a collection of 3 of these. Then, on the bottom here, I'm going to make a smile, right? And on the top, I'm gonna make a smile to connect those lines. That is how you create a cylinder shape. Is it perfect? Absolutely not, but I'm okay with that. And then I'm gonna do a little frowny up here on the top. Okay, got it. Now, next thing I'm gonna do, I am going to, this is frog tape. We are smack dab at the end of February, and the sun had been shining the past couple of days. We've been busy here at the shop. It's been awesome. I think people are just anxious to get out. But the reason I use frog tape, this is the green tape versus masking tape or the blue tape, is because it really adheres nicely, so you're not going to get as much bleed through. I'm going to check to see if we get any comments are showing on our iPad. Isn't that the most frustrating thing?
It's just not as fun.
It really isn't as fun. And you know, the other thing is, I'm not the only one having this issue. I've been researching it and just trying to figure it all out, and there've been a lot of people that are having difficulties going live. So, but again, we're just going to do the best we can, and we're going to go for it. Is it spring where you are? I know that further south we got some flowers and blooming stuff starting already, I'm sure. So I'm taking my tape and I'm just masking off along those lines right there. And here's a little trick that I do here. I will start, and if I'm going around a curve, I'm just going to tear off as I go to create that curve on the bottom.
Okay, so we're not seeing comments here, but I can see some here.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And Graham's here.
Hi, Mom. Oh my gosh, we have comments. So there must be something in the settings on our phone that needs to be adjusted.
Lourdes is here. She says hi.
Hi, Lourdes. How are you?
Patty says hi from Thousand Oaks, California. Sherry says hi from Ohio.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. This is awesome. Hey, you know, oh shoot, we don't have our mount. I was going to say we could just mount this and then you could monitor
It's okay.
from.
I think I can.
Okay.
I'm hoping I can.
All right. So I have masked off my little crock shapes right here. Okay. Then I'm going to take. I want to create some shading here. Now, this is like the easy fun part, and this is what makes it so, I don't know, we kind of want it to be a little abstract. I don't want anything perfect. I have some gray here, and I'm going to just water this down. And when we think of a light source, I'm going to create my light source coming from this direction, okay? So as if the sun is shining from this direction. So that means I'm going to have a shadow right here, right? The shadow falls right on this side. And I'm just going to take my brush. This is really watered down. I'm going to kind of go along that little smile line there. But look at, I'm so not fussy about this. And then what I like to do is to give it that more modeled look. I'm just taking a baby wipe and I'm blotting. But look at already how that softens that edge. So I'm kind of keeping this interior white and light. A lot of shading this way and a little bit of shading on the other side. Shadow on this side and a little bit on this side. And we want to define that upper edge. Now, once this is dry, I can come in and I can add even more depth to it. But for right now, this is what I'm doing. Then I'm bringing my wet baby wipe and I'm just blotting, kind of twisting. So all I'm going to do with these guys is I'm going to use my IOD ink. I have one of these is black, this is black, and one of them is the gray. So this, you guys, this could not be easier. This could not be easier. When I'm stamping, I always stamp onto my stamp, right? Our inclination is that we want to stamp like this to get the ink on the stamp. These are so flexible that I don't want to get ink in all these places where I don't want it. So I find that it's a little bit easier to lay down like this and stamp onto it. And since I'm creating these to have a look of a little off-centered, like a little perspective here, I'm going to let this overlap onto my tape, press. If it smudges, it's okay. We don't do perfect here. All right. I love this already. See how it's very modeled?
Yes.
Let me tell you what, this came straight out of the dirt and it is not perfect. The coloring on this is not perfect.
No, but the label,
that,
you don't
okay,
see two of each letter.
No, I should have grabbed another one because I do have them, and I have them where literally like they're crooked.
And you charge less for those.
No, I do not. Actually, the people that collect these pots, some of them want as chippy and worn and or just they want as much like
Yes,
age
I like all
and
of that,
crackling.
too.
Like this is from 1900. This is 120 years old.
I just think it's cool when you can read the words.
Megan,
That's all.
girl. Okay, so we're gonna re-stamp this because my daughter is making me. Taken Flora Parisiensis because I just wanted some of these little sprigs. I think I'll use this. Remove the tape
This
here.
is a fun
But it's
part.
because of the frog tape that we really have very little bleed through underneath. But look at that. Oh my god.
So cute.
I just love it.
It's like magical.
You could actually I could do like another pot, like kind of tucked behind this would be really neat too. And I'm going to remove this. I forgot we were going to add some crackle to this, but I'm not going to worry about it. So
We've got to add crackle.
oh my goodness. All right. So
It's
here we go.
essential.
I'm going to put this back on. Right? I shouldn't have taken this off yet. Oh, I am all discombobulated today. What a day.
These are all things that could happen to anyone.
They really
so it's
could.
good to see what to do.
Yes, it's true. Yeah. Let me tell you what, I truly am not one to put on any.
Grandma said, glad you redid it to show any mistake can be fixed. She's right.
It's
Grandma is a
really
good
true.
teacher.
I am so not afraid to show where I mess up. Which is even in real life, Megan, you know.
Yes.
Okay, this is Craqueleur. I, just to make these a little easier to manage, I always cut mine into 4 pieces. See this? Cut it into 4.
Yes.
This is the lighter gray. This is the charcoal ink. I'm stamping it. And tickle the surface just to get that little bit of aging.
Yeah, so you had to do
Crackly.
that.
Yeah, you're right. Look at that. Isn't
that makes
so
such a
cute?
difference.
All right. So
I love it. It looks so much like the real thing.
it really does. Isn't that fun?
Yes.
I did these when these stamps first came out. I did a video tutorial over. I think it's over on our regular Facebook page. If you don't follow us, we would love it if you would follow us over at L&J Goods on Facebook. We also just started a YouTube channel. That's very exciting. I truly have no idea what I'm doing, but all right, I'm gonna.
And we painted them.
Yes, I painted them. They actually had something else painted on them from another project that I did a couple years ago, and there we go. I mean, you need very, very little of that. See?
Maria asked, what is the name of our site?
Well, lnjgoods.com.
Yes.
Or just search L&J Goods in Facebook and you'll find our page.
Same thing with YouTube, right?
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
search
So we
LNJ
do
Goods.
lots of tutorials. So I'm gonna just give these a little bit of a very delicate little bouquet in each of them.
Oh my goodness, I love.
Isn't this wonderful? I'm kind of excited about this. I literally did not know what I was going to be doing this morning. And I think it was 11:30. I had someone that follows us, and she sent a very sweet email and said that she's really looking forward to tuning in at 1 o'clock. And I think it was about 11:30. I'm like, seriously, I have absolutely no idea what I am going to do for IOD TV today.
That's how the best ideas always come,
I know.
think.
So I'm like, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I did yesterday during a workshop, but a little bit different. I mean, how sweet is that?
Kim said she's dying. She has to cancel the rest of her days so she can do this.
Oh, isn't that
I
just
know.
the best?
They're super
And you know,
cute.
after seeing, I think this has a little too much color in it for me. I'm going to keep these pretty neutral. So I'm going to go back to my Flora Parisiensis. I'm going to take...
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm going to take these. I liked the idea of little sprigs of lavender, but now I think I want to keep them really more neutral, a little more monotone, because that's kind of my style anyway. Oh, this is a good one too. Because you know I am going to finish that other one. Yes. I think these are adorable.
Again, you are an absolute maniac with scissors.
I know.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Nothing. Just all right. Awe of it every time.
Okay, so yeah, I think I like this one. I love this. So I'm going to kind of figure out where I want it. Oh, this is so fun. I know there are people that are like, oh my gosh, you can't cut up a transfer. You're going to, you know, and honestly, I might make this one come off of the edge a little bit. And around the other side.
You are wild.
How about that? What do you think of that, ladies and gents? What? What's so funny? Oh, that number 1 stayed there, which, oh.
You can get it off, I bet, if you want. You can paint over it, too.
Yeah, probably not. It's okay. You know, I'm going to fix it. So here we go.
That's way too...
No. Let's do this. These transfers are truly the best. And it's so fun to, like, see them as, like, all the individual parts of the whole. They're designed beautifully as they are, but oh man, I love just doing some really cool stuff with them. Like that little that's gonna drive me crazy, so I am going to.
But that little stem, that you can't have that just going out into nowhere.
Oh, you're right. So, I mean, this is where we get totally picky.
No, see the stem on top of the bud?
Oh, yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. You're right. Let's trim this away. There we go. You know what? Excellent. There. Is it perfect? No, but it works.
I think that was a perfect solution. Uh-oh, maybe not.
Yes, it is, Megan. Okay, so yeah. Oh my goodness, I love these. I want to do the other one so badly now. Okay, so now that we've got these on here, we're going to press them into place. I'm going to come back to my little, my paintbrush and this little bit of paint because I want to shade in behind here.
There's your water right there.
And actually, I think I'm looking for, I had a brown.
Yeah, there it is right there.
Okay. I had a brown paint, so let's use a little bit of that. And I just want to create a little depth in here. Again, I don't want this to be perfect. I want it to kind of be reflective of more of a what do I want to say, a impressionistic style, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, how fun is that? So you could actually keep these just like they are.
Or you can do like a bit of background, right?
Or you can do some background. I'll show you how I create a little bit of background. I'm going to take just a little touch of this gray, and I can deepen right along the edge here. Just give it a little bit more definition. All right.
really makes a difference.
It does. It does. And I'll just kind of blend this a little bit. Take my paper towel, or my baby wipe, sorry. But see how that kind of deepened that, intensified it a little bit? But if I want to now, what you could do is, let me take a bigger brush. And these are just old, worn paintbrushes. And I'm gonna get some of this brown again. I'm trying to keep these very neutral. The shadow is going to be along the bottom here. And up the side. Very, very watercolory.
You make it look so easy.
Well, it's not perfect, but I don't want it to be. So, and I might just put a little bit of shadow up in here. I really don't want to overcomplicate this. I don't want to overwork it, but I'm telling you, this baby wipe situation right here is just the best way to get that.
We have used that baby. We have made that baby wipe so useful today.
It's true. What have we used it for?
I mean, you wiped off that stamp with it.
Yeah, true.
You lightened up the center when you were shading in the beginning.
But look at how you can then pull that paint away. You can give yourself just that little bit of a cloudy background. Like here I used different shades of green and brown. I even pulled in a little red color, but I want these to be super neutral. I would hang these in my house.
They're so pretty.
I really would. So let's try this one. I've got my watered down paint. I just dipped my brush into like one corner of my brush into that paint. And the rest is water, and I'm just blending that out. My shadow falls underneath. And then up one side. We'll do a little bit up here. And then I'm going to take actually I think I want to water that down a little bit more. Anybody else have any questions at all, or are you just like mesmerized by the process? So we don't want all these brush strokes, right? So I take my baby wipe and I'm just dabbing and blotting to create a little bit of a background. Just a little more abstract. I don't want it to be like oil painted perfection, right? But I just want it to be the suggestion of some shadowing and some background, because I do want the set to be really neutral. I still have a little bit in my baby wipe. I'm just going to come over here and add a little bit of shading kind of to the outside here, but I'm keeping a nice light white area here and in here. But yeah, there we go. Those are
cute,
really fun little bite-sized little mini panels that I did using the Crockery Stamp, Craqueleur, and just some tiny little sprigs from Japonica.
Nope.
No, not Japonica. Tiny little sprigs from Flora Parisiensis. So now guess what? I've got all the rest of this that I gotta go find something to put this on.
You will.
Many of the products that I used for this project are available at ellenjgoods.com.